What's up, everybody? We are back. Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 7, Fathers, Daughters, Sisters. I enjoyed this episode. This episode was real good. A lot of drama, a lot of crazy. Um, Tyreek is over the bullshit at this point. He wants to know what happened to his father. Like, he wants to know the real, like, what really went down, because Teddy basically told him that his father wasn't really murdered like he thought he was. He committed suicide, gave him this whole story about insurance money and how she wasn't gonna get the insurance money if they thought that if they knew that he committed suicide or whatever. It had to be murder or whatever for his mom to get the money. Um, I don't know how much of that story I'm buying, because I don't think I'm buying it. Because you can't never really trust anything that comes out of Teddy mouth. I'm just saying. That man he's a habitual liar. He will say anything to protect his own ass, so I don't trust him. But Tyreek was on a mission. He was not playing. He wanted to know what happened to his father. He wanted to get down to like why his father would commit suicide or whatever, like what drove him to that, what really happened. Like he really wants to verify Teddy's information. And honestly, Tyreek really need to stop blaming himself for Teddy's heart attack. Honestly, that heart attack had nothing to do with him at all. Teddy was just dumb. Like his doctor already told him to take only one pill, and this fool kept popping pills like they was fucking Skittles. That was his fault. He created his own little heart attack. That was on him. This is not on you. Um, so he went over to Teddy Mansion or whatever, and to talk to the maid or whatever. I guess the head maid or whatever. Because she was giving the rest of the staff of the mansion a briefing about how to handle the press and what to say, what not to say, and come to her if they have any concerns or whatever, and giving them an update about Teddy. So he asked her about his dad and stuff because she was around back in the day, so she would know. And she was basically telling him like, talk to the girlfriend of the guy that his father always hired to do stuff. And mind you, the guy was Darius. And if y'all remember, it's the same Darius that Piggy apparently killed and buried. And remember, Teddy bought the land that he was allegedly buried on. So I said, so all of this is leading back to Piggy. Because the maid pretty much was like, listen, you need to go talk to Piggy. Because that chick got so many secrets. I believe it. Oh, I believe it. Piggy got a lot of damn secrets. Piggy got a lot of secrets from back in the day. A lot. Like she could write a whole damn movie, a whole book on it. She got secrets. Like she hiding a lot of shit. So he went to go talk to Piggy. She sitting back there drinking, having herself a good old time. And soon as he mentioned Darius's name, you could tell by her facial expression she was in some shit. And she had to quickly just deny the whole thing. And Tyreek was getting irritated with her. Because you could see like he came in all smiling and nice and stuff like that, happy to see her, until he mentioned Darius. And she quickly denied that shit. She was like, oh, I don't know him. She was like, I used to mess around with a lot of dudes back in the summer, back in the day when I was summering, during the summer when I was vacationing and stuff. I messed with a lot of dudes. He was so irritated. Like, he knew her ass was lying. And by that point, he was over it. He was so over it. And him questioning her about Darius spooked the hell out of her, because she immediately started just packing her bag and going right back to Boston. She left Angela a note like, listen, I had to go back to Boston for a while because she knows shit getting hot. And she had to go. I'm like, Piggy, you can run all you want to, but these secrets are about to come out, sweetie. Like, you can run all you want to. Them secrets are coming out quickly. So anyway, moving on from that, they really need to give Quincy some dialogue on this show. Raymond and Leah's son, he just there. Like that's pretty much what his character is right now. He's there. They mention him every now and then. We see him every now and then, but he don't really say nothing. If this show get a season 2, I'm gonna need them to expand his role, because I got a feeling like he got a story to tell, and I think that they definitely are gonna tell a story with him. Hopefully, like the rest of this season or next season, we get more out of Quincy, because I think he could be an interesting character, definitely. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't blame Nikki for being upset. I would be upset too. You know, her mama, her grandmother, Aunt Piggy, they all been lying to her all these years about her father and who he is because she made it seem like she never knew who her dad was when in fact she knew. Now, don't get me wrong, I can understand Angela's side of, her point of view on this. It's like she didn't want her daughter to know because that man was facing life in prison. And I think she just didn't want her daughter seeing her dad like that. The only way you could see him is by visiting him in a prison. I don't think she wanted her to have that image of him. And I understand that, especially if she's a child. I get that. But as she got older, like, old enough, then that's when you should have started telling her. Probably like when she got maybe 9 or 10, maybe 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, start breaking it down to her bit by bit about her father. You know what I mean? And then when she became a early teens or something, maybe 13, then tell her the full story, maybe. You know, don't wait till she damn near grown now. So I didn't blame her for having an attitude about it and get mad, not wanting to talk to, Angela, not wanting to talk to, Nate and stuff like that. I get it. I totally get it. She needed some time to be by herself and with her thoughts and to, grasp what the hell is going on here. Um, so Nate, of course, gave Angela a diary that he's been keeping for years, all the years that he was in prison. And he wanted Nikki to have it because it has all his thoughts down on it. And, Angela tried to tell Nikki about her father, that he's a poet or artist just like her and stuff like that. Like they share a lot of similar interests. Um, and it took a lot for her to want to read that diary and stuff like that. And I was shocked when Lauren came by, and they pretty much had that bonding moment and stuff. I was surprised. I said, look at Lauren being human for once. Because Lauren has been a total ass to her ever since she met her. So it's good to see her actually be kind to her. And when, Nikki was telling her about the diary at first, I wasn't trusting her with that. I was not trusting Lauren with that information because ain't no telling when he wrote in there. I was like, I would not trust her with that info. She might go to the press, whoop de whoop. I wouldn't trust it. But, she offered to read, parts of the diary to her, like, and I like that moment. And little bit by bit, I think, Nikki started to realize she do need to get to know her dad. But once she found out that he was in jail, as a conspirator or whatever they want to call it, accessory to murder or whatever, it just, shattered her even more to learn these things about him. But she didn't really know the circumstances. So, of course, Angela had to break that down to her about what really happened back then. He was just trying to hustle up some money. He was a young kid, 18 years old, a young father. He was just out here trying to make it happen, for his daughter and stuff. And he was young and dumb. He got caught up in some shit. He went to prison. It's not like he's a bad guy or nothing like that. He's not like that. So she had to break that down. So in the end, I'm glad Nikki is giving him a chance. They was walking on the beach and stuff, and I'm glad Angela hung back and let them have that father-daughter QT time. You know what I mean? Because I think it's a benefit. Because Nate really admired the relationship that Raymond has with Lauren, and Lauren made it clear like Raymond is pretty much the most important person in her life. Because she has a bond with Raymond that she really doesn't have with Leah. So she really cherishes the bond that she has with her dad. So I'm glad that it helped Nikki see that, no matter how old you are, you need your dad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad she's giving him that ear and that time to really, get to know her. I think it's going to benefit her in the long run. But it's going to spell trouble for Tyreek and Angela. It's going to spell trouble. Because when she was on the beach with him and they were sitting by that fire and stuff and she was cutting off his dreads and he had his arm around her and all that and the way they was looking at each other, the chemistry is definitely there. And you can see it in her face and his. They got unfinished romantic business. They definitely do. And now that he's free, oh, he gonna try to get back with Angela. He definitely is. Cause I highly doubt he over her. Romantically, he ain't over her and she not over him. So it's gonna spell trouble for Tyreek. And I like her with Tyreek though. But I really do like her with Nate. Like seeing her stand with Nate and they looking at each other and talking. I can see her with Nate. I definitely can. I can see her with either one. Let's be clear on that. Um But it's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be a little love triangle. It looked like it's gonna be some mess. So anyway, moving on from that. Alex did not understand the fucking assignment. Like she really did. Alex is just doing what she not supposed to be doing. Like this is not what her and Raymond discussed. Like she's going way beyond her assignment. Like the assignment was you were supposed to get dirt on Teddy. You sitting here bringing up all the family business to the public, bringing up Nate, all of that on the TV. Like she's sitting here doing a whole TV segment where she talking about Nate. She talking about he's a convicted felon and how he's Angela baby father. I was like, what are you doing, Alex? This was not a part of the agreement, dear. I was like, Raymond, you need to get your women in order, sir, because this whole plan is backfiring on him. Like Alex ass done went rogue, and Leah is not here for it. Leah was pissed. And when they were meeting up at Franklin Holdings and stuff, doing that little press conference or whatever, and she was asking all these questions about Nate and all that stuff, and why was he at the house and all that night, I'm like, that ain't none of your business, ma'am. That's none of your business. So Leah tried to put her in her place or whatever, talking about trying to flash the ring in her face. I'm Mrs. Franklin DuPont. I'm like, put the ring down, Leah. First of all, you're a Mrs. DuPont by default. Like it's not like you were there by firsthand. Like you're not the first Mrs. DuPont, and you're the rebound DuPont. You're the rebound wife. You might want to put that finger down, that ring down, because he only married you because he couldn't have her. Let's be clear. And deep down, Leah know that. That's why she's so pressed, because she know the real. She know the truth. Especially after last week episode when she found out that Raymond never dumped Alex. It was Alex who left him. So she was pissed. She was super pissed because that burst her bubble right then and there. But Raymond needed to get Alex in order because she was doing too much. Like, why are you going after Angela and all this stuff? That ain't got nothing to do with Teddy. That ain't got nothing to do with Teddy. Like, your assignment is Teddy, man. But I do agree with Alex, though. Raymond is naive. When it comes to his wife, he's a bit naive. Because Alex let him know, like, listen, I am going after Teddy. But Leah is a part of Teddy. He was like, no, she not. Sir, yes, she is. Her and Teddy are one and the fucking same. How many times have we seen Leah put Teddy above their marriage? How many times have we seen Leah lie to Raymond on behalf of Teddy to protect Teddy? When it boils down to it, she's always going to choose Teddy over Raymond. I don't understand why he not seeing that. He was mad about that before. Now he try to act like he oblivious to the shit. I'm like, sir, you know the real. Come on now. I don't agree with her going after Angela though and bringing up Nate and Nikki because they ain't got nothing to do with what you're here for. What does that have to do with anything? And then she ended up getting some little doctor that worked in the hospital to tell her private patient information. I'm like, sir, you just broke all of HIPAA. Because he the one that told her about Teddy Parkinson's. And now Leah think Raymond was the one that told her that. Raymond was so stupid. Raymond was dumb as hell. Why are you meeting up with her, A, in public like this, B, in the parking lot of the hospital that your wife is at with her father who's laying damn near on his deathbed? Why would you do that, not knowing who could be watching you? The press is all around. And I'm surprised that when he got out that car and walked right by the pillar, he didn't see Angela standing there. Like, he walked right by her. Like, you didn't notice your sister-in-law standing right there, fool? And she was watching them in the car. She looking right at them. Because Alex want Raymond back. That's obvious. But he's still trying to be loyal to Leah or whatever. I can respect the loyalty. I do. I respect it. But we all know that he ain't totally in love with Leah. I don't think he is. I think he loves her. But he got used to Leah, though. Because they've been married for 20 years. So he used to her at this point. But that marriage ain't going to last too much longer. But Raymond, Leah, and Angela was having a straight up Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Solange moment in that damn elevator. She was all hitting on him and punching him in the face and stuff. I was like, yo, calm down. She don't even know everything that's going on. Like, she really don't. She just think that he messing around with Alex or whatever. She don't even know the real. But at that point, Angela ain't give a damn. Angela did not care what the true story was. She did not care. She was just pissed that Alex was using her daughter, you know, to come for Teddy and the family and stuff like that. And Angela was like, at the end of the day, she could come for Leah, she could come for her, but don't come for her daughter. And I agree with that. Like, that was unnecessary. You ain't have to go after them because they ain't got nothing to do with this. They're not a part of your beef with the Franklin family. Alex has a beef with Leah, she has a beef with Teddy, and she got a beef with Raymond's mother. Your beef is not with Angela, so she should have left that out. You know what I mean? Like, leave it out. They ain't got nothing to do with your issue. What happened to you over 20 years ago ain't got nothing to do with them. You should have left that alone. Um, and my whole thing with Nate too, he was being real naive when it came to Teddy. Cause Teddy done let that man stay in his mansion. He got him a room at in his house. And he think it's because he's just a nice guy. I'm like, sir, no, he not. No, he not. And I don't understand why Angela not seeing that either. I'm like, he got your baby father out. Mind you, that man was looking at life in prison and he got him out like that. Then he put him up in his house. You should know he did that shit for a reason. Because everybody who know Teddy know he does everything for a reason. It's not because he's a kind gentleman. Anything but that. But while Teddy ass was laying there all unconscious and stuff and going into cardiac arrest and they got to do all this surgery on him, we seen these moments where pretty much he was like having an out of body spiritual experience with his brother Lewis who died. Those scenes were very interesting and very telling because when they were at this like funeral setup and they were looking at their father in the casket and stuff, basically Lewis was like, their dad favored Teddy because Teddy was his youngest son, so he favored him over Lewis. Teddy pretty much was trying to be in denial about it, like, nah, daddy loved you and stuff like that. Lewis was like, bullshit. He was like, listen, he made a lot of mistakes with me, but he made up for that with you. Like, the mistakes he made with me, he did not make with you. Like, you were basically his prince. Like, the world, the sun rose and set on your ass, basically. That's pretty much how Lewis was putting it. And then Teddy sitting there talking about, he not ready to die and all that and shit. Lewis was like, ain't nobody really ready to die, but shit, what you gonna do? Like, nobody's really ready, but it's gonna happen whether your ass is ready or not. So basically, Lewis put it out there that Teddy got blood on his hands. Teddy basically sacrificed a lot of people to get to where he is today. And Lewis mentioned that he was pretty much one of those sacrifices. So Lewis dying by a drug dealer and all that shit wasn't random. His brother had something to do with that. Maybe not directly, but indirectly, Teddy was responsible for that shit. Just like I think Teddy was responsible for what happened to Tyreek's father back in the day. That man, he got a lot of blood on his hands and stepped on a lot of toes and did a lot of shady shit to get these billions that he got today. He didn't get it clean. He did not get that shit clean. And whether Teddy like it or not, all his shit about to come out. Especially with Tyreek digging around asking questions. He bound to find out something, especially when Teddy not around to stop him. So he gonna get further into this and he gonna find out something. But back to that though, Angela she had punched Raymond ass all up in his face, all type of stuff. And Leah just was not here for Raymond right about now. She didn't not want to talk to him, nothing. Because all her mind was like, oh, so you kissed her and stuff like that. And he trying to explain, like, I didn't kiss her. Like, he trying to explain, but Leah ain't want to listen. So basically, throughout this episode, Leah and Angela was basically bonding over Teddy at this point. And I'm like, Angela, don't trust that man. I understand that's her dad and stuff like that, and she really want to get to know him. But don't be blind to him because Teddy ain't shit. Teddy is not shit. Like, Teddy ain't nothing. Teddy will eat his young. I don't know why they sitting there boo-hooing over that meme. I get that's your daddy and all that, but everybody know Teddy ain't shit. Everybody know. So now basically Raymond had to pretty much confess everything to Leah, how he's the reason Alex is even in town because he went to her for help. trying to get Darman back. That's really what all of this was supposed to be about. But Alex took it left. Like, she took it left and started attacking the entire family. And that's not what he was trying to get her to do. Leah is pissed because now she think that Raymond leaked the information to Alex about the Parkinson's, but it wasn't Raymond who did it. It was that damn dumb doctor. So now he gotta, feel the wrath. So basically she told him to get his shit, get out. She don't want to see him right now. She told him pack his shit, get out now. I was like, damn, Raymond, your plan could have been a lot better than this. Like, a lot better. He should have never even met up with this girl in public at no hospital. That was stupid. And it was risky anyway to even involve Alex because of her personal ties, and his mother warned him of that. I mean, at first I was all for this plan, but it was done. It was done. Because now Teddy got a new problem that he got to deal with, because now his Parkinson's is public knowledge now. So now he got to figure out a way to maneuver this shit before it spread like wildfire into the company, before it sets the company into a fit of hysteria. But this was a good ass episode, though. This was real good. The drama is definitely heating up. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.